Well, approximately 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experiences mental illness in a given year. But what effect does this have on the children of these adults? Now, joining us now is Michelle Dickinson Moravek, who's author of Breaking Into My Life, Growing Up with a Bipolar Parent and My Battle to Reclaim Myself. Hello, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So this is kind of a serious topic, but that's what we do here on The Jam. We want to cover the topics that probably are affecting people that not enough people are talking about. So tell us, first of all, what was it like growing up, and why did you decide to write this book?
Sure. So I grew up with a mother who had bipolar disorder. And what that meant for me was experiencing her rapid moods of extreme mania to extreme depression. And it was a tough life. It was a challenge to just understand how to navigate her. And so as I got older,
diagnosed?
She was diagnosed when I was probably 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it was known that this is how it was in
absolutely.
the house. Okay.
But we didn't talk about it, right? So for me, I wanted to write this book so that I could be a contribution and help people start to humanize mental health and start talking about it.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about it, we remove the stigma, and then more people who need the care that they need will get it.
So what would be your message to someone who is caregiving, serving as a caregiver to someone with mental illness?
Sure. So as a child caregiver, I didn't have a choice. It was my role. It was what I had to do to take care of my mom. Exactly. But there's a lot of people that care for a loved one as an adult. And my message to them is don't get lost in caring for them. Make sure that you put the oxygen mask on yourself before you care for others. You can't care for someone if you're not taking care of your own well-being. So my message ultimately is take care of yourself and take care of your loved one.
That's tough because as a family member, you're trying to be there and be everything for that person who you feel like needs you so much. So what would you say to kids out there, because you were in a unique position? You weren't an adult at the time that really had a say-so of what to do and how to act. So what would you say if there's like a teenager at home or a young adult that might be working with a parent or dealing with a parent at home like that?
First of all, I would say any child who has a parent with a mental illness should be in care themselves. Some type of therapy. Okay. And that's not going to be up to them. What I would say to them is the way that their parent acts does not reflect who they are, right? So oftentimes, as a child myself, I thought I was causing my mother's upsets. It wasn't the case. So understand that that is an illness that is separate of them and that they have no control over it, and it's nothing personal. It's just the illness.
And like you said, key word there, an illness.
It is.
We're changing the way that we look at mental health in our community.
Absolutely. And you know, there's so many great resources I just have to share with you. I believe the conversation can change everything. And for people who deal with mental illness who maybe aren't ready to get a therapist or who have a therapist and just want someone to relate to who gets what they're going through, there's a tremendous app called 18%.
18%.
Exactly.
Okay, this is good. I want the people to get this. And you just find it on the App Store, right?
You find it on the App Store. It's on Slack. So it's an app where if you're dealing with bipolar, if you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with an eating disorder, there are peers there who've navigated it, who will tell you it gets better. This is what I've done. And they'll support each other, and it's such a love-filled community. I just can't say enough about it.
Just to have someone that is also going through what you might be going through, or someone that understands. All right, well, if you would like to receive a free chapter of Breaking Into My Life, which is available on Amazon, go to breakingintomylife.com.